Welcome back to the Grand Slam channel. Today is Friday, March 21st. Flex Friday on PrizePicks. Make sure you opt in on your promotions tab, free roll. They're also holding two discounted props. As you can see, the first one, Walter Clayton for college basketball. They also have one for women's basketball. They have Juju Watkins points, but that promotion is for tomorrow, but you can still opt in for today. Posted on my X and Instagram. If you guys do follow Walter Clayton, favorite prop of the day I'm gonna be going with for basketball. We do have 10 games on slate. I do like a lot of props. I'll be sharing my top five for that Flex Friday slip. Not sure if I'm gonna do a 5 or 6 man, but for this pair, I am going with Derek White. I do like all his props. DG Fantasy has him going over 53% on majority of his props. But for this one, going against Utah Jazz plays very, very well. Last time out, he had a great game. Pretty much all his props went over. For this one, I'm going to be taking his RA. Pays a 2.25x, which is a big reason why I'll be taking it. I do like his original line. I wanted to take it at 8.5, but just in case he does struggle, if he does regress, which I doubt, I am playing it safe with the 7.5. But I think he's going to soar over his original line. As you can see, last night against Utah, 47 fantasy score. Overall, he plays very well. RA, he had a 14 or 15. But that is my pair for that discounted prop for today's college basketball. And let's head on over to this Flex Friday slip. First one I'm going to be going, none other than Quentin Grimes. Everybody's on him, but for good reason. He's been red hot the past 2 weeks. With Kelly Oubre out, Joel Embiid out for the season, and Maxey out, it's Quentin Grimes' team. So I'm going to be taking over on his points and assists. That is my favorite prop for him. I do like all his props, but I just feel points and assists has a better hit rate. DG also agrees with me. Fantasy score, he barely cashed his fantasy score last night. He must have had some turnover issues, but as you can see, his ceiling is up to 50. He had a 70 against Houston. The matchup is there going against the Spurs. The Spurs are also depleted. So Quentin Grimes, he should feed in this game. I think all his props are going to get bumped further. But for this game, I do like his points and assists, which they just bumped. I had him at 29.5. They just bumped him. I still like it. You can cash that on points alone. But I do like his points and assists. He's been averaging about 4 to 6 assists a game. But like I mentioned, you can cash that on points alone. He's been a menace. You can take his points, 25.5. As you can see, it's a popular play for a reason. You can also take his Gabi. But if taking a regular prop, points and assists is best. Second line or second prop is Derek White. I do like Derek White in the spot, especially against Utah. Like I mentioned, he plays very well. I think everything's in play. I do want to take his RA, but I might take that on a separate slip. I don't want to have too much exposure on the discount. And then on the Flex Friday slip, just in case he doesn't hit. So I might take his fantasy score at 34.5, pretty solid. Against Utah, he had 47. So I got to have some Derek White in there. Points is solid. PRA, I think PRA is probably best. DG Fantasy does have him going over at 53%. But Derek White, got to have Derek White in there. As for my second leg, third leg I'm going to be going with, I'm going to go back to the guy who chalked me a couple weeks ago. I know I banned him, but there's no such thing as getting banned. If you're gambling, I'm going to go with Max Strus. It is Flex Friday. It is protected. Not too stressed about it. He's been red hot the past couple of weeks. Going against Phoenix, plays very, very well against Phoenix. I believe he had a double-double last time he played him. I'm going to take his first half. He starts very, very fast. If he does get into a blowout, which it might, I don't think it will, going against Phoenix, I'm going to take his first half PRA due to the fact that he starts the game quick. He does have a lot of assists and rebounds, especially in that last matchup against Phoenix. I'm going to take a shot with Strus. Once again, last time I took him, I took his full game props, which is a big reason why I think he chalked. I'm going to be taking his first half this time. PRA and fantasy score are both in play for Max Strus. Let's head on over to full game props. Another one I like today is Kawhi Leonard. Been playing the Kawhi we all know. Everything's in play. I do like his points. For this matchup, I'm going to take his PRA. DG Fantasy has him at a 54% hit rate to go over. Fantasy score is also in play. He's playing big minutes. Going against Memphis, plays very well against Memphis as well. I'll be taking his PRA. Fantasy score is also in play. But as you can see, his past couple of games against some pretty good teams, he's been going over. So I'll be taking a shot on Kawhi Leonard. Zubac rebounds is also in play. Next one is going to be a tricky one. I want to target the Nuggets players. There's three of them that I want you to target. Aaron Gordon, Michael Porter, and Christian Braun. I believe Jokic is ruled out for this game. So I think I'm going to be leaning towards Aaron Gordon for this one. I do like his PRA. I do like his fantasy score as well. I think he's going to soar over given that Jokic is out. He's been playing very well. Going against Portland, he should feed him, Christian Braun, and Porter. If you want to take one of those three, pick your poison. I'm going to go with Gordon. He's been with the hot hand. Porter has kind of regressed just a tad bit. Christian Braun, he just came back from a bad game. So if you're looking for a bounce back candidate, Christian Braun is your guy. But I'm going to be taking Aaron Gordon. He's been consistent the past couple of weeks. The matchup is there for him to feed as well. And that pretty much rounds up my top picks. There's so many other props that I like as well. Jaden McDaniels, I'm looking for a bounce back. He chalked for us yesterday, but I expect him to bounce back today. Jaden McDaniels is in play. Anthony Edwards has been playing out of his mind. As you can see, he's a #1 popular play. 200,000 people are on this prop. 27.5. I've been getting this line at 23, 24 the whole season. He's all the way up to 27. Another one that I like that I want to mention is Simmons. He's been popping off on the DG chart. All his props are at 53.8% hit rate to go over. His points just got bumped. It was at 21.5. Going against Denver, there is no presence in the middle with Jokic out. So Simmons should drive up the lane. It's a big reason why all his props have a 53% hit rate to go over. So Simmons is also in play. I do like his Gobby points best. If you're making a Gobby slip, any of these Gobbies, I think they're in play. So mix and match, pick your favorite. It is Flex Friday. Don't stress about it. It's protected. If you want to make a double up, put some Gobbies in there and make some profit today. It is Flex Friday. Make sure you take advantage of that discounted props. I did post a pair like I mentioned. And then Juju Watkins is for tomorrow, women's college basketball. Make sure you guys take advantage of that. Other than that, have a great weekend. If you're interested in the core, the link is in the description below. Other than that, have a great day and see you guys in the next one.